And we are live. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the big show. As always, with me is Jeffrey KomiKHAN Henson. Say hey, Jeff.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hope everybody's having a great Sunday today.
Yeah, and I completely forgot to tell you, I am Big Will, but it's kind of obvious when you look. And but we have a guest today, and believe it or not, Jeffrey and I are both not fathers, but yet it's Father's Day today. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers. But our guest just happens to be one. So, however you want to pronounce it, Mr. Garrell, man, say hey.
Hello, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Look, since he gave it away, it was supposed to be an Easter egg. He gave it away. Look at this. Representing.
Yeah.
I'll go on YouTube with the Jeffrey. I had made like gravy and biscuits today, so a little bit
Nice.
dirty, but
That's my favorite, so that works.
It gives it flavor. Well,
Only T-shirt of mine that's ever been sold.
well, looks like we got a whole bunch that just popped in all of a sudden, Jeff.
Oh
why don't you
yeah,
say
for
hey?
sure. We got Comic Books NYC. What's up, Comic Books NYC? Hope you're getting everything all situated at your new house, man. Enjoying the new place. Perry Comics. What's up, Perry? We got Barbarian Kung Fu first. What's up, Barbarian? My buddy Sean, Stay Puff 1983. Man, thank you for joining us this morning. We got Mary Jane Watson, Side Guy. What's going on, Mary Jane Watson, Side Guy? Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Yeah, Comic Books NYC just bought his first house and has been spending the last few days getting everything moved in there. So I know how that can be a pain in the butt. So thank you for getting enough worked out and joining us today.
Hey, congrats NYC on your new house, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've actually never really had to move, so
Oh, that's
I don't know
nice.
what that's like.
I haven't really moved per se, but I've helped a lot of people move. And C. Woodard, what's up, C. Woodard? And moving is a difficult task, that's for sure.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. So what we did Mother's Day was we thought we would try and figure out some of the best mother relationships in comics and talk about that. But we ran into a bit of a roadblock because we couldn't think of that many. And since today's Father's Day, I think we're even worse as far as good relationships with fathers. Because, I mean, I can think of about four, and that's it. You got Superman and his parents, his
Yep.
earthly parents, or Superman and his son Jonathan. You got Alfred, who's a father figure, not technically a father. You got Uncle Ben, who's a father figure, but not an actual father. And then I probably say maybe Reed and Franklin Richards, and that's it. I can't think of anything else. What about you guys? Or is that pretty much as deep as this well's going to go?
Well, oh, go for it.
I would say I think that's kind of like comic books, though, right? If everybody had a great mother and father figure, then you have nothing to be broody about and become a superhero. So it is kind of, you know.
It's like one of those things. Like,
You have Cable. He was raised by, he was a father of time and that weird relationship. So there's one.
yeah, no, the first one that definitely hit me was Superman, with his adopted father. That was the first one. My character, we got the Hulk. We know his relationship sucks with his father. Wolverine, we were talking about, we don't even know who his father is or anything about him, really. So, yeah, I didn't even think of Reed Richards, but yeah, that would probably be one.
I didn't think of The Walking Dead either, but see, Woodard mentioned Rick and Carl Grimes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know anything about Walking Dead, so
I don't read them either. So
I've seen a few episodes, but I didn't think about that. So yeah, that's a good one.
Comic Book
Commissioner
NYC
Gordon,
mentions Miles Morales,
Oh yeah,
his father. I
okay.
think that's a good relationship. And then
Yeah.
Perry mentioned Commissioner Gordon. Of course, then again, he also mentioned Lobo, so I don't know exactly where his head is at.
Lobo.
What about Kingpin? I guess Kingpin's a father, right? I don't think he always was. Recently, I know he's got a daughter that's in one of those comic books. Huh.
What about what's his name? The head of the assassin thing on Batman. What's that guy's name? I can't remember his name. Raj Al Ghul. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's a dad. And I think he has the best intentions with his offspring. Sometimes he just hundreds of thousands of years of being insane kind of throws you off a bit, I guess.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. C. Woodard says Professor X, like he's a father figure to a lot of the children at the school, you know. So
father figure would work there. And Stay Puft mentioned Savage Dragon. I don't really read Savage Dragon, but he says he's a father to Malcolm and a stepdad to another kid named Angel.
Right.
And Batman,
yeah.
Batman's he obviously has one real son, but he has a plethora of
but I don't
sons.
call that a good relationship.
Nah, not all of them are so great. They haven't come out so well after.
Of course, then we have
Splinter, the Ninja Turtles
that had kids.
Yeah. I'll throw the Ninja Turtles and Splinter in there.
Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
That's a good
one.
Magneto.
Well, he's a father, that's for sure. But
I don't know if that'd be a good relationship.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be a good relationship.
Because he kind of wasn't there for a while, and if you go to the Ultimate Universe, the kids wound up banging each other. So I mean, good night.
You know what? Since I just read this book, I'll throw Weapon H in there. He is a father himself, and so far through a 12-issue series and a 3-issue Hulk Fiends, being a good father is really big to him. So I guess that's one.
Yeah, but then that's what I was talking about with the comic books problem, though, is that they kind of used his. When I was reading the Weapon H, they kind of use that against him and get him to do things, No,
so absolutely.
That's kind of the problem.
That is. But yeah, for sure, that was always what they were trying to like him and his kids and his wife. They were always trying to like hold him hostage. But yeah.
Of course. I mean, when we say good relationship, I guess we've had
Cliff Huxtable.
Really. What?
Barbarian. He said Cliff Huxtable.
Cliff Huxtable was an amazing dad. Yes.
Oh. Scar, yeah.
Cliff Huxtable was the dad everybody wanted. It was just the actor that wasn't so great.
Right.
But let's see. Superman is an example of a great relationship, both his parents from Earth and he with his own son. And then the popular guy right next to him, created in, I think, 1940, Captain Marvel, was kind of the complete opposite. He was a, orphan, was a foster kid, didn't really have a dad ever. And then those two wound up being the most popular of the first batch of heroes that we had. So I guess we've had good and bad relationships with fathers all throughout, but it seems like the bad outweighs the good.
Right. Hey, what's up, Ed D? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
I haven't read a tremendous amount of Captain Marvel, but before I started getting back into comics, I would watch a lot of the cartoons, and DC has always been amazing with the cartoons, and I really like, I say Captain Marvel. I really like Shazam on the cartoons. The new run I wasn't too thrilled about. I didn't make it past book 2, but
I see the movie?
No, I have not yet. I've been waiting to watch it with the kids, so I haven't seen it yet.
It's awesome.
It is.
The ending you don't expect, and it
the ending was great.
I thought the movie was good even before that, but that made the movie. If you don't like it, you'll like the ending, and that'll make you like the whole thing. Worst case scenario.
And you know what? It's great about it is it is a family friendly movie too. So I really like that.
I'm glad everyone who's in the movie, because a lot of times comic book fans are a little they can be a little hit or miss with movies because they want them to go a certain way. And when I saw that guy, we've seen him in other things, and it looked like he was in a big muscle suit in some of the previews, and I was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
That was my first thought too. And then I saw a couple other trailers. It's like, okay, it looks a little more interesting. And then the movie was good. Like, if I had to critique the movie, my biggest thing was the suit. It looked like an air inflated suit. But I mean, if you could put that aside, then it's not bad. Like, it's not horrible. The movie itself was good, but
turns out though it's apparently his actual muscle. I mean,
I saw an interview where they said that he did a lot of working out, probably took some steroids or something.
Of course,
we'll just say,
depending on the material that they did, it could be his muscles making the suit look like it's filled with air, depending, you know.
Oh, that's a good one, Barbarian the Incredibles. That's a great dad. I love that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think this was a cartoon first, so it probably doesn't really count. But He-Man, I know He-Man was
It was
had
a toy first, actually.
toy first. Okay, yeah. He-Man and his dad had a pretty solid relationship, I think. But
I didn't know he
yeah.
had a dad.
Yeah, doesn't he the king? No, maybe he
No.
doesn't have a dad.
I don't think he even has a dad.
Oh well, forget I said that. It's still early.
I think now I'm going back to little bitty me, but I think Skeletor had something to do with why he doesn't have a dad.
Okay.
There has never been a litty bitty me.
That's great. So I wanted to talk about something real quick. Since we were talking about Shazam, I thought I'd bring this up. I was reading an article where they're doing like a Shazam Who Laughs, which would be like a Batman Who Laughs type tie-in. There's not a whole lot of information about it, other than they're calling it the first of the characters who were corrupted by the Batman Who Laughs. You'll fear the power of the multiverse, Shazam. And it's got a picture of Shazam, kind of. Let's see if I could do that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the people put some pictures on Instagram I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the idea or not.
Yeah, I mean, I've never read any of the Batman Who Laughs. I'm not gonna act like I do, but it seems like maybe that's kind of like something DC's turned into, is trying to incorporate that into some more things, right? Yeah, I don't know. NYC, right?
I don't know.
You mentioned you had some other articles too. What else you got for us, Jeff? Because I mean, that whole father deal was about all I had, and then we kind of went into Shazam.
I found a Bleeding Cool. I was just gonna go over their top 10 best-selling books of the week, since it's a little different from like a CBSI list kind of thing. The Batman Who Laughs #6 was #1. That Event Leviathan #1 was #2. Silver Surfer Black came in at #3. Immortal Hulk 19 at #4. The Amazing Spider-Man #23 was 5. Detective Comics 1005 was 6. Spider-Man Life Story #4 was 7. Superman #12 was 8. Walking Dead 192 was 9, and Venom #15 came in at #10 for the week. And then the one last thing that I wanted to show was this article. Let's see. Right here. Can you guys see it? I'm screen sharing.
Yeah.
This electric black comic book right here. Somebody sent in to CBCS to get graded. They had it signed by one of the artists or something. And what it is it's a new book, but it's made to look old. So all this fading and tearing on the cover is not really there. It was just made to look like that. And when CBCS graded it, they graded it as if all that stuff was real. So the book is actually near mint. 9.8 is probably about what it should have been, but CBCS graded it as a 5.5, thinking that all of that fading and tearing was real. So, just something to look out for.
Everybody's got mistakes that they made. CGC's made them too, but that's hilarious.
That is really funny.
So, just something I found that I thought maybe I would share with you guys.
Wow, they do. I wonder if that was like one of the ones where they sent in. They're like, send in 10. We'll send it back in 10 days, and they just rushed it.
Yeah, maybe they must not have paid enough attention to it, or did any investigation into even what the comic book was.
Dude, they didn't pay any attention to that. They just looked at it in the bag.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is, though, that means the artist did a hell of a job, right? Because CBCS thought not only was it an old book, but it was a crappy version of the book.
Yeah, and that, I see. I'll put the link to that in the chat in case anybody wants to check it out, because it does talk about it, so that way, talks about CBCS and what happened. So, in case I didn't give a good enough overview.
Yeah. I still like CBCS though. I do mainly CGC for my slabs. Of course, I know neither one of you are slab guys, but CBCS is good. But I use them mainly just for signatures because they do the verification.
Right.
Yeah, I bought some. Man, I can't remember now. I think it was the first appearance of the is like Silver Surfer. Man, I can't remember that one. And I bought it signed, and I've thought about sending in just because that's the only way I'm going to get that signature verified. And then that's a book that I want forever. Like I'm never going to get rid of it. So it does get to that point when you want to like encase it and protect it, because I do have 3 kids and I catch them in here sometimes, and I want them to like comic books, but just don't want them to damage them.
Yeah. Hey, Hunter Thompson, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hey, JP, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, JP stopped by. Cool. Yeah, Ed D mentioned it has a 399 cents on the cover. That's a heck of a goof. Yeah, they didn't even catch the price.
Yeah.
Hey, Barbarian said send it to ESG, Mr. G. He's got a point. Although I personally, when I don't know if it was Reggie or Economics and Comics that had him on, but one of those guys had the EGS guy on, and they had asked him about the signatures, and he didn't really go in depth, and I don't like that. I don't know if I would want to trust him to verify signatures. Like I know the exact process, that CBCS goes through, and of course CGC only witnesses. So I don't know if I'd want to send him one of those or not. That's just me. I'm very very particular and specific with things. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And it's probably good to be that way. EGS is fairly new. I know that Tony Standers has used them before, checked them out, and he was, he seemed like he really enjoyed it, or, whatever, thought it was good. So, I don't know. I think everything's probably, if you're going to try it, worth giving it a shot, but until you kind of do that, it's hard to really say.
I complain and say, you always need competition, but I'll admit, if I had some kind of book that I really wanted, and like, I don't know, let's say it's like Jim Lee's signature or something that I really wanted for my personal collection, and I just had, or even Stan Lee, I just had to have it. I know that one is Sid standing there while the guy signs it, and there'd be that part of me that knows 100% that is it, and not like a really good forger trick some guy who says he knows how to authenticate. So if I was buying a book, I think, and I could have both of them and they were the same, I would probably get the one that I know they actually watched the artist signing it or whatever. I mean,
Rod the Rican, what's up, Rod? Yeah, and I was just gonna say that, man. Like, I don't care what kind of verification system you have, like, unless you're actually witnessing it being done. I really don't think there's a 100% solid way to verify it. Because I mean, I've I don't know if any of you ever watch any of the shows, but there's that show Pawn Stars or whatever on TV. Those guys make mistakes, like, and they've got professionals that come in to verify things like that all the time. Like, I just don't think that unless you're actually verifying it personally, there's ever a 100% positive way to identify things.
That's why I really like how CBCS, like this one was verified. I got these signatures signed at 2 different conventions, and I sent it in to them to verify, and it's a red label. And if it was witnessed, it would be gold label. So they know that too, and they make a difference. And I like that. And as far as I know, though, Tony over at EGS does not have a different label for verified versus witnessed. I think he does both gold. And PGX, they do the same color as well. I don't like that. To me, they should have a stark difference. That way you can tell. I mean, putting it in small print at the bottom is, I mean, that's okay. It's better than nothing. But I prefer a good, difference, so I know, okay, this is witnessed and this has been checked, by a professional. But there's always the chance.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's probably not that big of a thing, you know, where people are out there forging stuff all the time, but still, it's one of those things as a collector, you know, you want it to be real.
That's what I was saying for my personal collection. You know, I'd want to know that for 100%. You know, I'm 100% know that my favorite writer artist, you know, wrote that, because it would always be in the back of my head. Like if I randomly, like those Silver Surfers, the guy that I bought them from is a stand-up guy, and he said, "I'm going to sell these to you. I'm not going to, you know, the signature, because I can't prove it, doesn't raise the value or anything. So, but I had them signed myself, and he told me what con he was at, and he was like, but you know, I'm not going to charge you anymore for the signature." So I know he was at the con. I know the guy's a stand-up guy. But there's always gonna be that small piece of me that wonders, is that really the guy's signature? You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. We got Sam's Tangled Web joining us. Thanks for joining us, Sam. My thing is like, okay, and I know with Stan Lee it's a little bit different, but let's just take Stan Lee for example. When Stan Lee passed away, eBay was flooded with Stan Lee signed memorabilia, Stan Lee signed books. I saw there were, you know, graded slab verified books going for thousands of dollars. And then I'd be sitting here watching the market of these raw Stan Lee signed books, and they were going from anywhere between like $25 to $50. And I'm just looking at them like, there's no verification. Like, how do you know they're real? Like, that's just, when that happened, it's just like, it feels a little too fake. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, I think that it gets done. You know what I mean? Especially with somebody like Stan Lee.
Yeah, and then you had that one guy who, the day he died, put up that one comic, and it's, I buy it now for $1 million, and it hadn't sold, and he still got it up there.
Right?
Wasn't there one where Stan Lee signed? Was it Stan Lee? He signed the bag, and somebody was selling just the bag on eBay. Somebody sent me that link, where it was like he had took the comic book out, I guess, and Stan Lee had signed the actual bag on accident. So the guy was selling the bag and was like, "You can put whatever comic you want in here and claim it to be signed." There's all kinds of nonsense going on eBay.
It's crazy, man. Ed B mentions that he'd rather have his big books unsigned, just a pure, clean copy.
Yeah, I get that.
I agree with you completely, Ed. For my personal stuff, I don't want a signature on there at all. I don't like them. If I have a signature on a book, it's because I plan on selling it later. It's the only reason I would have a signature. Like the book I showed you, I plan on selling it in a few years. Has signatures on it. But personally, I don't like them, and I'd rather have my book pure and clean.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of signatures. I got a few that I picked up at WonderCon, and then I got this J. Scott Campbell signed one. But this one came with a certificate of authenticity because I bought it straight from his website.
Yeah, of course, those can be faked too. So it's just you got to be careful, and you got to want it signed or have some faith in what you're getting to authenticate or witness or buying from when it comes to signatures.
Hi, Comic Bro. What's up? Good to see you, Raw. Thanks for joining us today, man.
Hey. All right, Mr. Garrell, we have every now and then we do something, and we normally have the guest help us out. So I'm gonna need you to help me and Jeff out, okay?
All right.
You look scared.
I feel like I've seen this show almost every weekend. I don't remember this part, so I don't know what's happening here.
So this is a Gemini comic mailer, and inside is 3 comics. They're all golden age. Every one of them's over 70 years old, I believe, or close to it anyway. We're going to give this away to somebody, Mr. Garrell, and we need you to tell us who we're going to give it to.
And who are the list of people to give it to?
Everybody in the chat.
Any and everybody in the chat. You just pick somebody at random, and they will be getting some golden age books. One of them has a War Bond Christmas advertisement on the cover in the corner.
Is there? Well, that seems odd. Should I just flip through here and do the old like spin the globe and see who it lands on?
Sure. However you want to do it.
Have you done this before? I don't remember this.
Yeah, we do this. Shows how much you pay attention.
Jeez. I don't remember that. I really don't.
Anybody.
All right, here we go. I'm going to do it in front of the thing here. Let's see. Oh, I just closed my phone out. That's really smart. There. It says Sam's Tangled Web.
There you go.
All right, Sam. If I believe we're friends on Instagram. If you want to DM me your address, I will send that out to you then. And if you don't have me on Instagram or I don't have you, just let me know in the comment section when this loads up, and I'll contact you. And once you get them, you can do whatever you want with them. If you like them and want to keep them, that's fine. If you want to do something else with them, sell them. I don't care. All right, what else we got, Jeffrey? Got anything else you want to talk about today? I mean, it's Father's Day, so while I am keeping everyone here, I don't want to go too long.
I did just read this, The Incredible Hulk Last Call.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
I just read it. It was pretty good. It's pretty enjoyable. It's kind of like a mix of a couple of different stories in there. And they take Peter David and Del Keown did a big run of the Incredible Hulk back in the day. And Marvel's doing this thing where they're taking two writers of these popular series from back in the day, and they chose this one. And I think it stood up, the test of time. I thought it was good. If you haven't checked it out, it's worth reading.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah, didn't Peter David do like 9 years on the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, he was a big part of it.
Yeah, he's the one that started about the same time Todd McFarlane did on the Hulk, and he's the one that come up with the abusive father, right?
Yeah, he was probably right around that 350-ish issue, Incredible Hulk up into the 400s, him and Del Keown, and they did some solid stories. But yeah, no, without giving too much away, they do kind of tie it into a little bit into the Immortal Hulk, just with a few references and characters here and things like that. There is a little bit of a surprise ending at the end of it with the character that shows up. So, I mean, it's cool. I don't know if they're doing any more or not, if it's a one shot or what, but I liked it.
Sounds pretty cool. All right, Mr. Garrell, since you are the guest, you get the floor first. If you want to plug anything or tell anybody anything before we leave here, floor is yours, sir.
Well, I will say, even though you're here, I got this. I don't know if I can. There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Big. Oh, I got this one too. I don't want to. This is the big one though. For Big Will, he said it was an okay. I don't remember how but he didn't do enough justice. It's amazing. Barbarian did take care of it for me. Got a little press on it. But in Barbarian said the same thing. Anytime he's ever bought books from Big Will, he always says they're like, a 6 when they're like an 8 or a 9. So I just want to say thank you, Big Will. You probably didn't get the amount of money you wanted for it, but I do appreciate it.
I paid $20 for it, man. You gave me more than double. Thanks.
Woo! Well, there you go. They were all happy because that's an amazing book. I told myself I was going to sell it because I really need money, but man, that's hard to let them go.
Yeah, I don't think you should let that one go.
Depending on how high grade it is, it might behoove you to get it because of what you paid graded and get even more money if you do want to sell it.
Yeah, that's going to be hard though. So I don't know if anybody saw it, but I got on my channel, I got some AOKs from end up being, it wasn't supposed to be, but it ended up being issues because he's a from trying to be sneaky.
Yeah,
and
he is.
Need more comics and Barbarian the Man Kung Fu, and so I got this from him too. Again, it was one of those things where I was not happy, but like he said, he goes to all these garage sales and flea markets, and he really does find this nonsense, and it really irritates me because I don't know how that's possible. And then Issues gave me this, which is something I've always wanted. And
I know I picked that one up a little while back. I was stoked to get that book. It's cool.
And then Nemo got me my first ever art. And at first, when I first thought about it myself, I was like, yeah, art's pretty cool. But now that I have this, I don't know, he might have started something because this is awesome.
No, art's awesome, right? Like I love it with, I guess, some new artwork.
And I didn't ever even think about it. Now this room is supposed to be, and I'm sitting in, it's supposed to be a media room, so it has like Outlaw Josie Wells and all these movie posters up, and I'm like, man, I might need to make room for art because that's. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. And then the best one ever, Barbarian Kung Fu. I can't forget this. It is a
Doctor Strange balloon or something.
The balloon, yes. And there's the eye right there. The greatest thing ever. So yeah, so other than that, I do on Mondays. I do me and Tank collects. We review Swamp Thing. It's a TV show. It's basically Tank's show, and I just hit broadcast because he is like obsessed with it, and he will break it down for you like nobody else.
Is he pretty bummed out it got canceled?
Yeah, he is. And then there was also talk. They were showing how they were going to lead that into like kind of launching other things he also likes. So he was definitely bummed out. I'm gonna say I was surprised though, because you do have, I don't know what they are anymore. CW, WB. I don't know what the mother or what the big company is, but whoever they are, I was surprised since they have a streaming service that they let DC have a streaming service, because you would think they would. And so I guess that's some of the problems now, is that they want one big streaming service, not separated. But anyways, so I have that, and then also me and Barbarian, we do the Hunters, where we just basically go find stuff on really cheap and then show everybody. Yeah, we kind of do that on the random. It's not really a set thing, so it's just kind of every other week.
Nice.
Other than that, just enjoying YouTube, wishing Jeffrey put more stuff on his own channel.
Yeah, I need to do something on that thing. Theory 23, thank you for joining us.
Like I need him to be big time so I can sell this shirt. Like I want him to sign it. Talk about signs. I need a SIG right here.
Yeah, I can get you that. When I come to hang out with you and visit you for a week, I'll find it for you. My next vacation.
All right. As far as me, I am hopefully going to be doing something this week with The Boy Who Had Seven and Sasquatch 210. I don't know for sure yet. He's one of them's moving or something, and they had to push it back a week. So that's tentative. It may happen, may not. I know we're going to have the big show with, I believe, Jeff Comic. We agreed next Sunday, and then I'm hopefully going to be filming today. I didn't get to it last night. A good preview video where I go over conditions, show you interior pages, front, back of a bunch of books. I need to do an auction to get some stuff sold. So I've got probably, I don't know if I'll do all, I got like 40 or 50 books here. I may not get through them all, that I'm going to film for a preview video and do an auction in a week or two. And everything will be in the same order, just like I did with the auction I did with Barbarian. Everything will be in the same order in the preview video as it will be in the actual auction. Of course, you'll see condition and everything. That way the auction can just hopefully go real quick. So that's going to be hopefully set up, or begin the process of setting up today. Once I film it, I don't know if I'll release it today or sometime in the early part of the week. And that's pretty much it for me. Jeff, what you got?
Later today, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I have a show with the Direct Edition Squad we will be doing. Then Friday, I got the Hunt, and Saturday, Coast to Coast with Just a Rican, and then back here on Sundays. I might be going out of town this coming up weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to be around. As soon as I find out, I'll let you know, though, for sure. So we might postpone next weekend's show if possible.
That's fine if we have to. It's not like any of us are paid.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, other than that.
Although if anyone wants to pay me, I will let you know my PayPal. Just DM. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's a lot of work sometimes. But yeah, I got a lot of randomness. People hit me up and I'll do a show here and there. So I'm usually doing something as much as possible. But
all right. You got any more planned stuff, or just kind of if you have time and you think about it, you'll do it?
Well, right now I'm kind of trying to save up some money. I got a few things coming up that I need to save some money for, so I haven't been picking up as much as usual. Just kind of what I have to, my pool list and things like that, because I'm trying to. I got a couple of conventions coming up in the future months that I'm going to be attending. So I'm trying to set aside some money for those kinds of things. But
nice.
Are you sure about that, Jeffrey? You didn't seem to recover very well from the last convention.
I know, right?
You were out of it for like a week.
I know. Well, one of them is a small one, but the other one is the one that I'm really trying to save up for. It's kind of a big one, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, in my personal experience, if a convention is one day, obviously go one day. But if it's 2 days or 3 days or 4 days, go the 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days. And if you
Yeah.
can't because of work or something, then try a different convention at a different time or something else. Because there's just
Yeah. I think this is a 3-day long one, so we'll see.
nice.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, thanks. That's cool, Sam. Jeffrey, you could do like a 1.5 minute long video, like every week of your facial hair progression, and then at the end we could like place bets and see how thick or how long you're going to go before you shave it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes, that'd be a good one.
Or we could also take bets or even a drinking game if he's gonna have a pink stripe in his hair for this convention or green or
what my hair will look like for this convention.
yeah.
That could be possible too. I
Yep.
got a few thoughts.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was fun.
Oh no, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I was just about to say thanks to Mr. Garrell. He is the only father of the three of us, and not only that, he's done got 3 of them now. So
Yeah, crazy.
give the man some support, and we'll see everybody later.